Good morning and welcome to this gentle yoga class today. I am, as always, double checking if it works. Should be working. Yes. So good morning. New week. And today Adi's joining, which I'm so happy about. He has been, he had some hamstring trouble, so he decided to not do class for a little while, but now he's gonna come back. That's nice. So you'll have two people to follow today. We're gonna do a gentle class. So very simple poses and slow. I just wanted to say that what's gentle for me may not be gentle for you. So make sure that you take it gentle for you. I intend to keep some of the warrior poses a bit longer than normal to really go deep into them. But if at any point it gets too much, just come out of it, or just straighten your front leg, or just take it super easy. The class is supposed to be gentle for you, so you work on a different level than when you do a very challenging class. Also, the vinyasa flows, if it gets too much, just come to child's pose or downward dog. But still, it will be a gentle class. So make sure you have 2 blocks around, or if you don't have blocks, you can get some fat books. Also, if you have a strap or a scarf, would be great. There's this pose that I really love with the strap around the head, which I'd like to do today. I think that's about it. I spent the weekend with my family, so I went to Holland this weekend, which was really crazy after all this time to take a train and go to, even if it's just next door, it's still a different country. Super interesting to see how different the corona is being treated there. So I had a bit of a busy weekend full of family, super beautiful weekend. And now I am back and a little bit tired. So for today, I want to take it easy, I want to get into my body, super calm, and get ready for the rest of the week. So welcome. Just if you're just joining, make sure you have 2 blocks and a mat or a strap. If you'd like to support the classes, you can like, subscribe, follow. All of that stuff is super, super appreciated. You can also donate for the classes. There's all the information in the description of the class, and it's super, super appreciated. So thank you. Let's start with the man in the hood. I would say let's start lying down. It's gotten a little bit colder again, so also make sure that you're warm enough. Just come very simply to lie on your back. Close your eyes. Take a moment to let your body sink down on the floor. Arriving here and now. In your body. In this space. Leave behind anything you're busy with, you're worried about, you're thinking about a lot. Just leave it outside your mat. For the next 2 hours or so, we'll focus on our bodies, on our breaths, sensations, pulling ourselves into the present moment, grounding ourselves into this present moment. And all that stuff will still be there when we finish. There's plenty of time to deal with whatever needs to be dealt with. Take a few deep breaths into the lower belly. Rising the lower belly up as you breathe in and letting it sink down as you release the breath. And you can make a little sigh as you breathe out. Encouraging yourself to release even more, drop the weight down into the floor. And start to send the breath to the base ribs, so to the lower ribs. On the front and on the side and on the back, the breath expanding the base of your rib cage, the middle of your torso. And as you breathe out, the middle of the torso retracts, the ribs fall in. Relaxing your face at the same time, your hips, your shoulders. And then start to send your breath into the top of your rib cage, filling your ribs all the way up. The lungs filling. Breath filling the whole rib cage and even the shoulders. Letting it go, sighing it out. A few more times. Filling the whole rib cage all the way to the top. As you breathe out, releasing the back of the neck down, shoulder blades down into the floor, the whole rib cage retracting. Start to bring your right knee towards your chest. Grab hold of your knee with both of your hands. Very gently, or not yet pulling on the knee, just dropping the weight of both of the hands down into the knee, softening through the hip, letting that right leg fall towards the belly, the chest, actively relaxing Releasing the tops of the arms. Your fingers can be intertwined so they don't need to do any work to stay in this place. And as you're breathing in and out deeply, let the leg fall closer to you. Keep the back of your neck relaxed. Between the shoulder blades, it's soft. Between the eyebrows, it's soft and smooth. Releasing the tailbone. Releasing the back of the neck again. Softening everything, letting the leg fall closer to you. And you can move your knee a little bit side to side. Very small. Softening deep into the front of the hip. Let go of the knees. Bring the foot towards the ceiling, but don't straighten the leg all the way. So just bring the foot up. Give the leg a little shake. Very easy, very gentle. Shake out the foot. A few times dropping the heel all the way down and kicking it out. And gently let it go. Slide your leg back down. Take a short moment to feel any differences between the sides. And start to bring your left knee towards you. Same exact thing, interlacing your fingers, dropping your elbows down. So the whole weight of the arms is sinking down into the leg. Hip flexor muscles softening. The belly muscles are soft. Front of the chest is also soft. Back of the neck. The base of the pelvis soft against the floor. Gently allowing the knee to come closer and closer to you by gravity, not by pulling. Breathing deeply. You can send the breath into any tight spots you feel in the hip. And if it feels nice to you, you can gently move the knees side to side. Keep breathing, keep relaxing your forehead and your shoulders and your pelvis. And releasing the knee, bring the foot up. Don't straighten the knee all the way, just bring the foot up. Give the leg a little shake, foot a little shake. You can go side to side or up and down, or a little bit of both. Waking up the leg. And then a few times just dropping the heel all the way down, like you're kicking yourself. Signaling your hamstring to soften. And then gently let it go. Slide the leg down. Bring your arms to either side so your hands are next to your shoulders. Sideways. And take your right arm and slide it over your chest, over towards the left side. All the way over your left hand until you start to roll to your belly. Very, very, very gently, slowly lay yourself down on your belly on top of your left arm. And if it's too intense for your shoulder, you can bend the right arm and push yourself a little bit off. Giving a gentle stretch to the left shoulder here. Just breathe into the stretch. Release your hips down, your shoulders, your neck, your jaw. Gently push down into your right hand to start to roll yourself back to your back. You will change sides. Exactly the same thing on the other side. Your left arm, left hand sliding over your chest, over across the right hand, rolling yourself all the way to your belly, relaxing your neck. You're resting on your right temple. See if you can release the left shoulder blade on top of the right, or even across the right. Stretching out the right shoulder very gently, very easily. And slowly make your way back onto your back, rolling. Take both hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers, then lay your head back down on top of your hands, completely relaxing your neck. Now take your elbows up to the ceiling first. And take the whole weight of your head with your hands. So your hands are doing all the work. You're pulling your elbows towards your feet. Carrying the full weight of your head with your hands, releasing the back of your neck. Take it very, very easy here. If you feel any pain, back off a little bit. You can take a moment here to play a little bit with this weight of the head. You can use your hands to move your head side to side. Releasing the back of your neck. You can also let your elbows drop to the sides one by one and let that move your head. Like you're making little figures of 8 with the head. Very, very gentle, very soft, relaxing the back of the head. Make sure you keep the jaw soft. And your hips and your whole legs are soft and relaxed on the floor. And super, super gently start to lower your head back down. So using the muscles of the hands and arms to Keep releasing your neck. Your neck gets longer and longer as you slowly bring your head down to the floor. And once you reach the floor, unwind your fingers. Bring your arms back down. Take a few more deep breaths here. Soft back of the neck, soft shoulders, soft hips. Soft jaw, soft face. From there, roll yourself to one side, all the way till you're in a fetal position. Take a moment there. And very lazily, very softly, easily push yourself up. Go to sitting in a little ball. A little squat with your head falling forward and your pelvis falling back. Creating space between all the vertebrae. Very simple position. Very easy. Soft focus into the belly. You can lean a little bit on your fingertips. See if you can find an equilibrium here where you're not using any effort to stay in this position, so the weight is equally divided between the hands and the feet, the head and the pelvis, uncurling your tail, softening the top of your neck, softening your belly, lengthening your whole spine. From here, slide your arms to the insides of your knees. Let your knees fall open. Drop your torso down lower. Soften your hips. Re-release the top of your neck. Re-release the base of your pelvis, your tailbone, your jaw. So you're leaning on the balls of your feet. Your knees are pointing a little bit out to the sides. Letting your elbows sink down even lower, keeping your focus soft towards your belly. From there, taking your weight forward into your hands. Bring your knees towards the floor. You can use your fingertips to point your little toes straight forward. Walk your hands up your legs. Sit your pelvis down on top of your heels, opening through the bases of your toe joints. Place your heels of your hands on top of your hip flexors and lean forward a little bit, putting some weight into your hips. So you can lean forward and sink the weight down, lean back a bit, release the hands and find another position. So it's a little baby self massage using the gravity, keeping your shoulders and your chest as much as possible relaxed. Just using the movement of the hips forward and back to bring some weight down into your legs. You can walk your hands all the way down your legs, all the way to the knees. From there, if it's intense for your feet, stay here just a little bit longer. If you want to go a little bit deeper, take your hands just behind your hips with the fingertips facing forward. Then roll your shoulder blades together behind the spine, opening your chest. So you're sinking your hips down more, lifting your chest away from that. If it's too intense, you can also come to your fingertips. And if it feels good to you, you can drop your head back. From there, gently walk yourself back up. Walk your hands forward. Untuck your toes. Shake out your feet for a moment, your lower legs. So now we're in all fours, spreading out your fingers really wide, your middle fingers pointing forwards, and then creating a lot of space between the pinkies and the thumbs. Wrists right below your shoulders, knees right below your hips. Breathing in, arching your back. And breathing out, rounding, 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 softening the chest. 4 more rounds of this on your own time. As you breathe in, you're arching, articulating through the whole spine, rounding as you breathe out. Opening the chest, opening the back of the hips. And once you've completed your cat-cows, come back to a neutral. With your fingers still very wide, take a small circle through the wrists just so we warm up a little bit those wrists. Softening your shoulder blades, make sure you take the weight really over the front of your fingertips. Reversing the circles. Then tuck your toes under. Press yourself back into an active child's pose. With your toes tucked, walking your hands further forward, keeping your elbows straight. Drop your forehead. Opening your armpits to the floor. Sinking your pelvis down. If you'd like to increase a little bit here, you can walk your hands forward even more. Then bend your elbows. Bring your hands to prayer. Behind your neck, opening your armpits even more. Breathing in that deeply. arms are bent. Straighten them back out. Come back into your all fours. Spreading your fingers wide. Straighten your elbows and then gently lift your knees off the floor just to activate the core here. Very small lift. Seeing if you can keep your spine very neutral, very straight. Long back of the neck. Soft jaw. Strong spread out fingers. Drop your knees back down. Now bend your elbows, flip your hands to the pinky sides, and then start to twist your hands all the way in. So you're rolling on your wrists until your palms are up and your pinkies are all the way to the center, and then reverse that all the way back to your all fours. Do that 3 more times. Very simple, easy, gently. Warming up through the wrists. Twisting your hands. And once you've finished that, bring your hands back to very, very widespread fingers. Put the weight into the hands, start to lift your pelvis up, come into a small downward dog. Walk out your feet, stretching through the backs of the legs, backs of the calf muscles. Really easy and gentle here. Finding your yummy movements. Shifting your hips side to side. Drop your head down. And then super easily, gently starting to step your feet closer to your hands all the way until you reach the front of your mat. Keeping your knees a little bit bent. You can take 2 blocks, put them slightly so your feet are hip width. Put the blocks in front of your feet and just outside your feet. So slightly wider than your feet and slightly in front of your feet. Bending your knees. Gently. If you're having hamstring trouble, so I'm always saying to tip your sit bones up to the ceiling, but if you're having hamstring trouble or pain in the hamstrings or some kind of injury, you can disregard that. So really play here with the positioning of the sit bones. If your hamstrings are fine and you want to stretch them, keep the knees bent, but tip your sit bones up. If it hurts, just keep the knees bent and point your sit bones a little bit more back towards the back wall or even down towards the floor. Taking it super easy, gently for you. See if you can lay your torso on top of your thighs. And pouring the weight out of the hands into the blocks. Softening the back of your neck. Become aware of what your focus is doing. Make it soft. Your eyes looking straight out of your skull. From here, bend your knees deeper. Take as much time as you possibly can to start to roll up. Start by tucking your pelvis under, lengthening your lower back. Vertebra by vertebra, starting to roll up the whole spine. keeping that soft focus. Your head comes up last. Once you reach the top, let's take a tiny little shake. Very, very gentle, very simple, relaxing the shoulders and the big muscles of the pelvis, the buttocks. Super simple shake, super gentle. You can close your eyes, sending the weight down into the floor. Play with the speed and intensity, just finding a shake that feels like it maintains itself. So you're not really doing anything, you're just dropping your weight, releasing all the muscles, trapezius muscles, soft, soft, soft. The shoulders, arm bones hanging loosely in the shoulder sockets. The rib cage sliding up and down, and the shoulder blades sliding up and down the ribs. The pelvis is just releasing down, tailbone loose. Knees are bouncy and juicy, as are the ankles. And the neck is reacting to all of this very softly, very floaty. Jaws soft. And then you can start to shake by alternating between the legs, so changing a little bit the coordination of the shake, bending one leg than the other, making you jiggle the shoulders, the hips, soften your jaw. It can be quite helpful here actually to have the eyes closed so that you can release the neck. And coming back to shaking with both legs at the same time. Increase the speed a little bit without tensing up. The lower lip is soft and bouncy. Increase it even more. Let's do 10 seconds of your fastest possible shake. 10, 9, 8. Increase even more. 7, 6. Soften the hips. 5. Can you get faster by relaxing more? 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Notice the reverberations. Notice as you're standing still, how much movement there is in the body. Softly open your eyes. On your next in-breath, take your arms up overhead. And as you breathe out, swan diving down. You can have your legs a little bit bent. Put your hands back on the blocks. Going halfway up. As you breathe out, step into plank. You can keep using the blocks here if it feels nice to you. A bit more of a gentle, higher up plank here. Pulling your belly button into the spine, lengthening your neck. Pressing down strongly through the hands, but at the same time seeing if you can release any tension between the shoulders. From here, bring your knees down. And bring your chin and your chest down between the blocks. And from here, drop your pelvis down. Come into little Cobra. Lengthening your feet. Lengthening through the legs. Now move the blocks out of the way. Interlace your hands behind your back. Your fingers are interlaced. As you breathe in, lift yourself up a little bit higher. And then gently rolling down. Put your hands down on the floor. Tuck your toes. You can keep your knees on the floor. Push yourself up into plank, spreading your hands and lengthening your legs. Fingers are wide. Strong plank from here. Lift your pelvis up, come into downward dog. Soften the back of your neck. So here you can have your knees slightly bent. Tipping your sit bones up to the ceiling. If it feels good to you, if you're having pain in the hamstrings, it's okay. You can take it a little bit gentler, back it off a little bit. From here, shift the weight to your left foot. So to lift the right foot just parallel. The right foot is still flexed. Then point through that foot. Bring your leg forward. Roll the weight forward. Step the foot between the hands. Drop your left knee. Start by laying your torso down on your right side. Just breathing here, dropping the head, sinking into that right hip. And here, lengthening your left leg. Step the right foot back into the plank. Now this is your choice. You can do a vinyasa with your knees down to the floor to take it very easy and gentle, or you can keep your legs long. Coming down to chaturanga, sliding the chest forward into either small cobra or upward dog. Your choice. From there, coming back into downward dog. Taking it super easy. Being very gentle on yourself today. Shift the weight into the right foot. Start to lift the left leg up parallel. Very easy. Not very high the leg. Pointing through the foot. Bring the knee towards the chest. Roll the weight forward. Step the foot between the hands. Drop the right knee. And just sink your torso down on top of your left leg. Make sure your left shin hips perpendicular to the floor. See if you can release between your shoulders, keeping your focus soft. From here, straightening through the right knee. And look forward, lengthening your back, step back into plank. Take your version of chaturanga, either with the knees down or with the legs long, coming into Cobra or upward dog. From there, into downward facing dog. And you can always do an extra push-up there if you're feeling strong. In your down dog, shift your weight again into the left foot, lifting the right leg up parallel. Flex the foot. Now point the foot, open the hip, lift the leg up higher. Then bend the knee. Pull the knee forward into the chest, roll the weight forward, step the foot down. Keeping the left leg long now. Pull yourself, push yourself up. You can lean your both hands on top of your right knee. Really using the hands to lift your rib cage up away from the hips. Using those hands for support. From here, straightening your front knee. Open your arms, bring them up. Now twisting your torso open to the left side, dropping your left heel down. Preparing your upper body for warrior two. Gently bending the right knee. Let's do 5 times bending and straightening the knee. Sinking yourself down lower and lower, very gentle. Opening your hips. Bringing your right thigh parallel to the floor. Stretching your arms out as far as possible, and I didn't count. So once you've done 5, stay down low. See how gentle you can be in this strong pose. So how relaxed can your muscles be even when you are here with a deep bend in your right leg? Can you relax yourself more? Can you make it really easy to be here? Keep breathing, keep softening, lengthening the back of your neck. From there, windmilling your arms down, frame your foot with your hands, lift your left heel, step the right back leg. Your version of chaturanga, Cobra or up dog, into downward dog. Lengthening your heels down towards the floor, sit bones up towards the ceiling. Shifting weight into the right foot, lifting the left leg up first parallel, really feeling that parallel simple position. From there you point through the left foot and you start to lift the hip. Keep the weight even between your both hands, bending the left knee, and pulling that knee in towards the chest, roll forward. Step the foot between the hands. Place your hands on top of your knees. Keep your right leg long. Using your hands for the supported warrior one. Gently opening up the front of the right thigh. Also here, see if you can relax more. From here, straightening through the left knee. Float your arms up. Then open your arms to the right side. Drop your right heel down. Preparing your upper body for warrior two. And then we're going to bend and straighten that left knee. Slowly making our way down lower and lower. Very gentle. Keep the right outside of the foot firmly planted in the floor. Right knee straight. Arms pulling out and away from each other. And the next time you're down, stay down there. And a very gentle, floaty kind of sensation. So without pressing down on the muscles, see if you can find a sense of lightness and ease here. Even if the left thigh is working hard, the torso is floating, the back of the neck is long, your right leg is strong and straight, but light at the same time. Breathing very easily. From there, windmill your arms down, frame your foot with your hands. Lift the right heel, step the left foot back into plank. Chaturanga down, very easy. Loading yourself up into upward facing dog. From there, back to downward facing dog. Even here, can you make it more light, more easy, more floaty? Looking up at your hands, start to walk your feet one by one, back all the way to the front of your mat. Coming halfway up with your knees slightly bent. Pulling your sit bones up and away from you to the ceiling. Let's round down and let's do 5 of these. Halfway up, lengthening the back, breathing in, rounding down as you breathe out. Working at your level. Bending the knees as much as you need to get your torso to drape down over them on the way down. One more time. Halfway up. Rounding down. And bend your knees. Roll yourself all the way up, keeping your focus soft. Pulling your belly into the spine. When you reach the top, open your palms to the front. Grounding your feet down strongly. Also here, can you find a sense of lightness, a sense of ease, even when you're standing very strong, proud, and tall? Shift the weight to the left foot. Lift your right knee up. Start bringing it towards the chest and see if you can find a very similar sensation that we had when we were lying on the floor. Obviously, it's a different organization, so the use of muscles, force is different here, but can you find a sense of lightness, a sense of ease As you're pulling your knee closer to the shoulder, flex your right foot, release the knee and float your arms up. Very gentle, very easy, just standing upright on one foot. And gently step the foot back down, bring your arms down, changing sides, shifting the weight to the right foot. Lift your left knee up, using the elbows as leverage to pull your knee closer and closer to your shoulder while you're grounding down through the right foot and floating your torso up. Finding a sense of lightness and ease here. Flex your left foot. Gently release the knee. Bring your arms up. See if you can find that same floaty sensation for the leg. Even if we're using muscle to keep the leg up, can we release into that somewhere? Flip the palms out, bring the arms down and bring the foot down at the same time. Standing tall with your palms facing forward. One deep breath here, lengthening the back of your neck. On the next in-breath, raising your arms overhead, looking up, and then swan diving down. If you're ready, you can keep your legs straight now. If you'd still like to bend them, that's okay. Going halfway up. Now as you come down, spread your hands. You can step or jump back into plank. From there, chaturanga down. Again, your choice whether you keep your knees down or not. Upward dog. Into downward dog. Softening the back of your neck. Floating your sit bones up to the ceiling, your heels down towards the floor. Seeing if you can find a sense of ease here, lightness. Shift the weight into the left foot, starting lifting the right foot all the way. Moving through all the positions we had before, then opening the right hip. Keep pressing down with the right armpit. Bend the right knee. Lift the knee higher for a moment. And bring the knee to the chest. Now bring the knee down to the floor between the hands. Bring the left heel down to the floor. Crawl your left hand, slide it forward and open it up to the side. Looking up underneath your left shoulder, armpit. Bring the hand back down. Lift the left heel. Now pick your knee up and step the foot between the hands. Coming right into Warrior One. With the arms floating up. Opening into Warrior Two. Take your right hand to your knee so you have a little bit of support. You can sink into that shoulder. So your left arm is still out and back, but you're leaning on your right hand. See if you can sink your hips down lower. And with the support of the hand, see if you can release the right thigh. Finding a bit more ease in that leg, sinking yourself down lower. From here, straightening through your right thigh. Bring your right arm up. Reach gently forward. Place your hand wherever it feels nice and easy. So it can be right below the knee. And if even that is very strong, you can place it above the knee. Coming into a triangle pose, very gentle, easy one. Using that right hand for support. From here, looking down at your foot, bring your left hand down to the floor. Step your right hand down to the floor and start walking your fingertips to the front and bring your right foot forward. So your heels are a bit more out than your feet. Now stick your sit bones up to the ceiling. From there, bring your torso down. Grabbing the outsides of your heels if it's available to you. Very easy and gentle here. So if it's a lot to grab your ankles, keep your hands on the floor. Adapting the pose to your situation, to your body, to what you need right now. From here, bring your hands back underneath your shoulders, your legs, with your back long and straight. Bring your heels in. So you're making your position a little bit smaller and turning your feet out, your heels in. Bring your hands to your knees or to just above your knees. Roll your thighs outwards. Start bending your knees down very gently. Really leaning with your hands on top of your thighs. Start shifting the weight side to side. Very gently. You can lift your shoulders can come completely up. You can hang in your shoulders here. And if it feels easier, you can also lean on your forearms. Shifting the weight side to side very easily, very gently. From here, releasing your knees, bring your feet back forward. Start to walk your hands over to the right side, turn out the right foot, lift the left heel, come back into your lunge. And from there, step the right foot back into plank. Easy chaturanga down, easy upward dog. Into an easy downward dog. Softening the back of your head, back of your neck. Rotating your shoulders so your soft part of your elbows is pointing up at the ceiling. Softening the jaw, then shift the weight into the right foot, lift the left leg up. Come through the parallel position, then point the foot, open up the hip. Keeping the weight even, keeping the left elbow, armpit facing down and bending the knee. Pull the knee towards the chest. Roll the weight forward, step the knee between the hands. Drop the right heel down, slide the right arm down to come up, forward and up, circling. Looking up underneath the right armpit. Big side stretch. Reversing that, bring your right arm back down. Lift the right heel now. Lift up the knee, step between the hands. Coming into warrior one. Simple, gentle, finding an ease here. Opening into warrior two. And bringing your left hand down to your left knee. Leaning on that hand, sinking your hips down lower, and see if you can use the weight on your hand to release some of the muscular effort in your left thigh. Sinking your hips down lower, really leaning into the left shoulder. From here, straightening your left knee. Bring the left arm up. Gently leaning it, floating it forward, reaching maybe just below the knee, taking a very small, gentle, easy triangle. Looking up at your right hand. From there, look down at the floor. Start to reach your right hand down. And both hands come onto the front, start walking to the right side. Facing your left foot in. So now your both heels are a little bit wider than your toes. Here, take it very easy. So start by having the weight on your both hands. See if you can tip your sit bones up. From there, drop your torso down. And if it's too intense, back off a bit, stay up higher. If it's easy, place the top of your head on top of the floor and grab the outsides of your ankles. And if this is really, really easy and you get there right away with the head, slightly heel ball your toes a little bit more in so you have somewhere to go. Pulling on the sides of your ankles, tipping your sit bones up, reaching the top of your head to the floor. So you're rolling your weight a little bit forward, rolling your shoulders up and away from your head. From there, use your hands to come back to a flat back. Now bring your heels a bit in, toes a little bit out. So you're coming into a turned out second position. Start to bend your knees. And then your choice, you can place your hands on top of your thighs, just above the knees, rolling your thigh, the flesh of your thighs backwards, either this way, or you can place your elbows on your inner thighs, shifting the weight side to side super gently, seeing if you can find ease or relaxation here, opening through the hips, softening pelvis down. Just shifting the weight side to side. And from here, let's take it a step further and send the weight all the way into the left foot, straightening the right leg. Also here, very easy. You can lean your left elbow on your inner left thigh and push that knee a little bit out further. Using the ball of your right foot to shift yourself side to side. Now I have my right hand underneath my right thigh facing back. But if this is very easy for you, you can also have your both hands leaning forward. Shifting side to side a few more times. And then changing sides completely, so shifting your hips all the way over to the right leg. Straightening the left. Seeing if you can bring your right heel to the floor. And using the ball of the left foot to shift yourself side to side. Right elbow pushing gently against inner right thigh. Very easy, very gentle, finding a sense of relaxation. And from here, coming back into the center. Walking your hands back forward towards the left. Lifting your right heel, coming back into your big lunge. From there, spreading your fingers wide on the floor. Step the left foot back into plank. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Let's come into child's pose. Easy child's pose. This is a very passive child's pose with everything releasing down to the floor. Soft hips, soft back of the neck. From here, we'll come back into our down dog. Very easily and gently. Looking up at the hands. You can step or jump back. Coming halfway up. Rounding down. And bending the knees, rolling yourself all the way up to standing. Opening your palms to the front. Letting your chest slide open, shoulder blades slide down. Shifting weight to the left foot, just like we did before. Bringing your right knee towards the right shoulder. Floating yourself up using minimum effort needed. Seeing if you can use gravity to your advantage. Squeezing that right hip closer in. From there, grabbing the right ankle and putting the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Very simple, gentle tree. Releasing the whole weight of your right leg down into the left inner thigh. Through the left foot into the ground. Hands in prayer, back of the neck long, reaching up. like there are two strings attached to the tops of your ears, holding you up with a long, relaxed neck. Chest is open and soft. A lot of space between the ribs and the hips. Releasing your right hip. If you'd like to test your balance, you can close your eyes very gently. If it's difficult, you can close and open them a few times. Notice what happens to your breath as you do this. Keep pressing down through the left big toe. Gently open your eyes again. Release the right foot. Step it down. Bring your arms down and stand in the center for a moment. And shifting the weight into the right leg. Bring your left knee up. Interlace your fingers and grab hold of the knee. Using the strength of the fingers and the elbow to pull your knee closer in. Finding a sense of ease, keeping the right knee straight. Floating your whole rib cage up. From there, grabbing left ankle, placing the sole of the left foot on the inner right thigh. Hands come to prayer. Lengthening the back of your neck again, like someone's pulling two strings from the tops of your ears. Softening your jaw. Soft but open chest. Whole weight of the left leg sinking down into the right, into the floor. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes. If you're losing the balance, just open them softly and try again. See if you can keep your jaw relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Gently releasing, after you open your eyes, releasing the left leg. Bring it back down to the floor, bring your hands down. And bring your arms up overhead. Swan going down. Coming halfway up. Step or jump into plank with your fingers spread very wide. Shoulder under down. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. From here, lifting the right leg all the way up, opening the hip, pointing the feet, bending the knee, roll the weight forward. Now step your right foot between the hands, dropping the left knee. Going to that same position we did before. Sinking your torso down on top of your right thigh, dropping the top of your head. From here, take one of your blocks. Shift the weight backwards with a straight right leg. Sit your right sit bone down onto the block and tuck your left toes. Bring your left heel slightly, very slightly out so that you're not sitting on top of the heel and your hips can both be even. Now, start by straightening your back all the way up. If already here it's hard to sit with a straight back, bend your knee, your right knee a little bit. From there, tuck your pelvis so like you're wanting to arch your back and start to walk your fingertips forward. And really, it's completely fine to bend the right knee here. Even if you're very flexible, it can give a different kind of stretch. Flexing the right foot, bending the right knee gently. See if you can connect your lower belly with your right thigh, maybe even with both of your thighs. Very active stretch. If it's very easy for you, you can grab the ball of your right foot, releasing the weight of the foot into the hand, using the hand to flex the foot more. And see if you can keep connecting your lower belly to your upper thigh so you're sticking your sit bones out and back. From here, you can start to straighten through the right knee, keeping that connection. And from there, round your upper back down. So keeping the connection between the belly and the upper right thigh. Breathing here. Deeply stretching the back of the right leg. Gently releasing the foot, walking yourself out of this. Remove the block. Shift yourself a little bit more forward on your mat. Bending the right knee so your left leg is still in the same position. Left knee pointing forward, the right foot standing next to the left knee with the right knee up. Start sinking yourself down towards your elbows. Take it super easy here on each step along the way. If it's enough there, stay there. Now you can come lower towards your back, or you can also lie on a block if it feels better to you. Put the block underneath the base of your rib cage and drape yourself down. Bring the head down. Or you can come straight onto your back. Deeply stretching the front of the left thigh from here. If you'd like to continue or deepen the stretch, drop your right knee down towards the floor. Releasing the right hip, relaxing the back and the rib cage, softening your jaw. If still you'd like to continue, deepen the stretch, you can start to walk your right foot slightly out towards the right. So bringing your right foot, making the gap between the right foot and the left knee wider, landing somewhere on the side of your right foot, releasing the weight of the right thigh down to the floor. Deeply stretching the front of the left thigh. Breathing deeply here, you can close your eyes if it feels nice to you. From here, gently bring your right knee back up, walk the foot back. Use your elbows to bring yourself back up. Stepping the weight onto the right foot. Come back into your big lunge. Keep the lock and a block nearby, and now your left knee's on the floor. Bring your right hand to the inside of the right foot and walk your right foot a little bit out towards the outside of your mat. Softening into the hip. Softening your belly. From here you can stay here if it's intense enough, or you can start to bend your elbows down. You can also use a block here underneath your elbows, or lean on your elbows and lean your head onto the block. Lizard pose, deeply stretching your right hamstring. Breathing deeply. See if there's anything you can ease up on, anything more you can relax. Open your right foot to the right side. Letting your knee, your right knee, fall a little bit more open to the right side, deepening the stretch underneath the right hip. Keep softening your neck, your shoulders. From there, gently placing the weight back into your hands. Keep your right toes pointing out. Lean on your left wrist, so your left wrist is right below your left shoulder. Start to bend the left knee. Reach the right hand behind you. Reach for the foot. Very gentle here, no crazy pulling, just leaning foot into the hand. Seeing if you can release your hips down a little bit lower. Using the breath, sinking your hips down. Releasing the shoulders, releasing the neck. Gently let go. Walk your right foot back in. Bring your right hand over. Come into all fours. Take one round of cat-cow. Arching your back as you breathe in. Rounding your back as you breathe out. Tucking your toes. And there, pushing yourself into downward dog. Softening the fronts of your ankles, softening your back of your neck. Shifting the weight into the right foot, lift your left leg up. Through parallel all the way up to opening the hip. Bending the knee. Rolling the weight forward, stepping the left foot forward. Bending the right knee down. Then releasing the weight of your torso on top of your left thigh. Sinking into that hip. From there, shifting your weight back. Make sure you have a block with you or nearby. Placing that block underneath the right sitting bones. Move the the block is underneath the left sitting bones and you're moving your right heel slightly to the outside of the right hip. So your both hips are even, both facing forward, both at the same height. Flex the left foot and start by sitting very up straight with your back. Bend the left knee a little bit to give more space for your hips to tilt. Now start to tilt your sit bones back, walking your fingertips forward, keeping a very long, straight lower back, even an arch in your lower back, or the sensation as if you're arching your lower back. Connecting your belly with your left thigh, or both of your thighs. From here you can, if it's easy for you, grab the ball of the left foot, releasing the weight of that foot into your hand, increasing the stretch, the flex on your left foot, so your knee is a little bit bent. Arch your back even more, sticking your sit bones further back. From there you can start to straighten the left knee. And if it doesn't straighten all the way, it's fine. You'll feel a deep stretch in your hamstring regardless of whether it straightens all the way. As long as you keep that arching feeling in your lower back. From there, if you can keep the connection between the belly and the upper thigh, start around the upper back, start rounding the upper back forward. Super gentle, super easy. If it gets too much, back off. And gently moving your torso back up using the weight in your hands. Remove the block. Shift your yourself a little bit more forward. So now you're sitting down next to your right heel. Bend the left knee up, so the left foot is standing next to the right knee. Start to walk yourself back. Start by leaning on your elbows. See if you can keep your right knee very parallel, so the right heel or the right knee is pointing straight towards the back wall, and your right heel and outer hip bone are as close as possible together. So you're not rolling to the inside of the right foot, but the top of the right foot is on the floor. From here, if you're comfortable, you can roll yourself further down, going to lying on your back or on a block. And from there, you can drop your left knee to the left, starting by laying your left leg down with the foot connected to the inside of the right knee. Spend a moment here breathing, deepening the stretch, softening the front of your right hip. And if you'd like to increase the stretch even more, start to walk your left foot out and away from the right knee. So your left foot is coming to the left side, finding a place where you can lean the outside of the left foot into the floor, dropping the left knee down as much as possible, opening through the front of the right thigh. Keep breathing. You can close your eyes. Releasing everything down to the floor. From there, lifting your left knee. Walk the left foot back. Use your elbows to bring yourself gently, softly back up. Take it easy, take it slow. Stepping onto that left foot, straightening the right knee back. And into your big lunge, drop the right knee down. Shift your left arm on the inside of your left knee. Start to walk the left foot out to the outside of the mat. Your foot is now still parallel. From there you can gently start to bring your elbows down. If that's okay for you, you can also place your elbows on a block or place your head on a block. See if you can release the belly down. See if you can find a position where your shoulders can soften. From there, open the left foot to the left, so you're pointing your left toes into the left corner. Letting your left knee fall a little bit more open. And then bring the weight back into your hands. Place the right wrist below your right shoulder. Very gently start to bend the right knee. Reach the left arm behind you. See if you can grab the top of the right foot. And then just leaning that foot into your hand. Sinking your hips down lower. Seeing if you can find an ease here. Releasing the weight down into the right wrist, into the right knee, into the left foot. Keep sinking your hips down lower. And gently, gently releasing the right foot. Walk the left toes back in. And then bring the left knee next to the right. You're in your all fours. Take one round of cat-cow. Then sink your hips back and down. Open your knees a little bit, coming to easy child's pose. Sinking your forehead down to the floor. Releasing both hips. And then we'll do one last pose to wind down. Take your strap or your scarf. If you have a scarf, tie a knot in it that's quite strong. If you have a strap, loop it at the most open possible way, so with the biggest loop possible. Also with the scarf, tie it as open as you can, so with a lot of space. And come to lie on your back. Bring your right knee into your chest, exactly like we did before. Releasing the weight of your hands onto your knee. As you breathe out, pull the knee a little bit closer in. Letting gravity do its work. Releasing the shoulder blades down. Softening the neck, softening the jaw. sinking into that hip. From here, flexing the right foot. Wrap your scarf or strap around the ball of your foot. Keep your knee bent to begin with. Then wrap the other end of the scarf or strap around your head, making sure that you're wrapping it really around the base of your skull so that your neck is very long, your head is not falling back. You can move your foot a little bit up, but keep your knee bent and really see if you can drop the whole weight of your head into the scarf. Relaxing your whole shoulder girdle, your chest, your jaw, your neck. Now you can start to play a little bit with your right leg. Focusing on the releasing of the back of the neck into the strap so you can work towards straightening your right knee, but it's not a hamstring stretch here. The straightening of the knee is more so that you can play with the weight of the head and the strap. You can close your eyes. And you can use the foot to move your head a bit up and down, maybe side to side. Very small, very gentle. Giving the full weight of the head to the strap. We're very used to carrying our heads all day long upright, quite heavy, 7 kilo. So the neck muscles and the shoulder muscles and chest muscles are very used to working hard to keep our heads upright. Take this opportunity to take some of that weight, or all of the weight actually, in the head. It's quite nice to have the foot, the knee completely bent, and then to move the foot side to side. Manipulating the head side to side just by moving the foot. And just taking your time here, see if you can soften the front of your left hip. Keep really relaxing your neck. Keep noticing if there's any tension creeping into the neck, just release it. Let's see if you can guide your head all the way back down to the floor without any muscular effort from the neck. So do what you need to do. Maybe you need to move your hands, use your hands on the strap. Maybe it's possible to do it just with the foot. Maybe you can bend the left knee to help the head move down. letting the head fall into the strap. All the way until the back of the neck is released. And take the right foot out of the strap. Take a moment. On your back, you can keep your knees bent. And changing sides. Straightening the right leg. Bringing the left knee in towards the shoulder. Taking your time here to soften into the front of the hip. Seeing if you notice any difference in the back of the neck on this side. Using gravity to sink your knee closer to the chest, closer to the shoulder. From there, bringing the scarf or strap around the ball of your left foot. Again, ensuring that the back of your skull, the base of your skull is leaning into the strap so your head is not falling backwards. And letting your head hang. And if this is too much of a stretch for your left hamstring or for the front of your right hip, you can also bend the right knee up to make it easier. This moment is really about releasing the back of your skull, releasing your neck, allowing the weight of the head to be carried by the left leg. You can play around with that leg. Maybe work towards straightening left. It doesn't have to straighten all the way. It's just a different leaning point for the head. You can play with the left foot, seeing how you can manipulate the movement of the head by moving your foot. Releasing your head, releasing the back of your neck, softening your shoulders and your chest. Keep the front of your right hip soft. And from there, Super, super gently. See if you can bring your back of your head back to the floor without using any muscles in the neck or shoulders or chest. Just by releasing your leg down. Maybe it helps to bend the right knee so you have a bit more space. Gently, gently sinking, really taking your time here. Sinking your head down towards the floor. Releasing the jaw. Feeling that transition where the floor takes the full weight of the leg. And from here, if you have a scarf, you can place it over your eyes. Come into Shavasana. Create a little bit of more darkness, relaxation for the eyeballs. Let your feet flop open, let your hand palms face the ceiling. Releasing your pelvis, your shoulders, your jaw. Feeling any reverberations from that head falling into the scarf. See if you can let your head fall into the floor exactly the way it was falling into the strap or scarf. The whole neck soft and easy and relaxed. And see if you can let that soft, easy, relaxed feeling at the back of the neck float all the way up into the skull. Take over the scalp with soft and relaxed easiness. The forehead and the eyebrows and the eyeballs all taking over the soft feeling at the back of the neck. The cheeks and the nose, and the temples and the ears and the inner ears, and the jaw, and the whole mouth and the tongue, the cheeks and the chin and the whole jawline, the front of the throat, spreading the relaxation from the back of the neck all the way around the skull, around the face, into the throat. Down into the collarbones, into the trapezius muscles, to the base of the neck and the tops of the shoulders. Soft feeling of the back of the neck hanging in the scarf, spreading its way all the way through the whole body, into the upper arms, the elbows, and the lower arms and the wrists, the backs of the hands and the fingers and the palms. Like your whole body, part by part, is hanging into a hammock or a scarf or something soft where I can release everything part by part. Now the shoulder blades are hanging in hammocks, and the sides of the rib cage and the armpits and the chest, the sternum, the whole rib cage, the base of the ribs, And the middle back is hanging in a hammock. And the middle belly soft. The lower back and the whole pelvis, the whole weight of the pelvis taken by a soft scarf, hanging down, releasing down into that scarf. The lower back and the pelvis and the fronts of the hips, the tailbone and the pubic bone. And now the upper thighs are both hanging in their own hammocks. Juicy, soft hips, juicy upper thighs and hamstrings and sides of the legs and inside of the thighs. Hanging down, the knees sinking. The knees both supported by their own hammocks, and then the calf muscles and the shins. Both ankles supported by little hammocks and the heel bones. The whole soles of the feet and the tops of the feet. All of the toes. Each little toe supported by their own little hammock. Sinking the weight down. The whole body supported by 1,000 little hammocks. Dropping the weight down into the fabric, letting the body lean, trusting the scarf or hammock to take our weight. Stay here as long as you like. Thank you so much for joining today. I will be back tomorrow morning at 8:30, same time. Tomorrow we'll do a little bit of a more active class. Have a beautiful day, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.